Hi everybody, it's Kristen. I wanted to talk a little bit about today. Yesterday was my last weigh-in. It was really exciting. When I first found out through my insurance company that I was going to have to do 6 months of medically monitored weight loss, I was pretty devastated. I was ready to get on with my life and the process and everything that went along with it. I was really bummed, really devastated because I was ready to change. I was ready to change then and there. Rome wasn't built in a day, and I just had to accept that. Yesterday, when I did my final weigh in, I felt so good that I had stuck with this and gone through this process. Everything that they said I should do, everything that the insurance company has required, I have done. I am really excited. I even celebrated and got a mani pedi. I was excited. Um, so basically, I wanted to talk a little bit about what it feels like to have to wait for 6 months, because you start out and you're doing your weight loss or trying to maintain. Sometimes they don't make you have to lose weight. Sometimes they just want to see that you're trying. For me, it really was, I'm trying. I'm trying to maintain. Just try not to get any bigger. It was a struggle. Medications can make weight stick on you. Medications can make you gain weight. I know, birth control can do that. Anything. I've been, some lots of medications can make you gain weight. For me, I was so liberated. It just felt like this new chapter of my life is about to begin, but the waiting isn't over. Unfortunately, the waiting has just begun. So, after this 6 month mark, and you've completed all of the things your medical center requires of you, your surgeon requires of you, and your insurance company requires of you, the next step is they gather up all your medical records, all of your weigh-ins, and they send this packet to your insurance company. And then your insurance company reviews it case by case. How much weight have you gained in the last 3 years or 5 years or however long you've been overweight? What's your current BMI? If you've gotten this far and you don't know your BMI, I hope you haven't wasted your time. Not really sure what's going on with the lighting, but anyway, if you don't know what your BMI is, I hope that it's at least 35 and above with two comorbidities. Comorbidities can be heart disease, diabetes. Some insurances now are saying that infertility is considered as a comorbidity. Also, polycystic ovarian syndrome, depression, things like that. Also, if your BMI is over 40, you do not have to have any comorbidities. You are considered morbidly obese, which that was a pill that was hard to swallow. Was that you get on the scale or you go to the doctor and you see them code something on your receipt that says obese or whatever the case may be. It's a sticker shock, sort of, that, oh my goodness, this is it. But it's not a label. You are not. Fat is a term. Fat is a thing, but it's not you. I'm still Kristen. I'm still the person I was when I was skinny, when I was in high school. I'm still myself. But fat or obese doesn't define me. The same way that hopefully, skinny so-and-so, that doesn't define them. It's just an adjective. And if people could just get past it. It's not fair the way people look at you. You know, I go into a store sometimes and I see the look store associates give me, like, what are you even in here for? We don't make anything for you. And I've actually even had some store associates say that to me, like, why don't you go try the store across the street? Number one, rude. Number two, doesn't matter. I could be shopping for my little granny, or I could be shopping for my best friend. Don't judge. You know, that's just sidebar. But obesity doesn't define me. Obesity is helping me be stronger. It's helped me be a better person, I think. It's a challenge. I believe in God, so it's a challenge that I think God put in my specific plan for me to overcome. This is something, it's a test for me. It's what part of my destiny is, that I'm supposed to travel this path, and whether or not the insurance company approves me or not, which I hope they do. But if they don't, then I'll have to deal with that, and I'll have to try another route. It's not the end of the world, but I really do hope that I get approved. It's been a process. Like I said before I rambled, I tend to do that. I'll get back to point A here in a minute. So the final weigh-in was really liberating. I got on the scale. It's always hard. You know, you try, like, take off my jacket, you know, take off my shoes. Every ounce counts, even your socks, you know. Every single little ounce matters, even though it really doesn't. I have to say that I have an amazing primary care physician who has been on my side the whole time. Him and his staff, they know me by name. I go so frequently. You go once a month for 6 months and they pretty much know your name. My doctor has been amazing. The surgery center I've gone through has been amazing. They want to treat the whole person. They don't want to just treat the symptom. Because sure, they could send you on your way, remove this part of your body, or modify it and send you on your way. And sure, you might lose the weight. You probably will. But there's going to be psychological stuff, like dealing with your new body, or why were you overeating in the first place? I've learned some of that. It's pretty wild to see. And for me, sometimes I stop and wish, I was like, man, I really wish I could wear my insecurities on the inside. My insecurity is this, and it's displayed for everybody all day long, every day. I wish I could have my insecurities be on the inside. I wish that a lot sometimes, but that doesn't stop me from being a kind person. That doesn't stop me from being a good wife. It doesn't stop me from being a good daughter. It doesn't stop me from being a good friend. It doesn't stop me from being a giver or somebody who likes to create. It doesn't limit me that way. It doesn't stop me being me. Sure, it adds to me, but I hope I don't lose any part of me when I lose the weight, if that makes sense. It may not make sense. I hope that I don't lose my sassiness or my spark or anything like that when the weight goes away. I've been asked, are you doing this just for vanity reasons or stuff like that? No. I have been smaller in my life. For probably about a good 8 years, I was small. I was a bigger child, and then I lost weight, and then I kind of maintained it for a little while. No, it's not about that. Sure, everybody wants to look good. Personally, for me, I just want to be able to go into a store and buy something. Something fashionable, something my age, something like that. I want to live for a long time. heart disease, hypothyroidism, stuff like that runs in my family. And I do not want to have heart problems. I do not want to have a heart attack. I do not want to deal with strokes. I don't want to have high blood pressure. I don't want to have diabetes. I don't have any of those problems right now. But if I don't do something right now, I may. And it took me a long time to find my husband. And I want to be with him as long as I can. Every day, I want to be with him. All day, every day, but I can't because, jobs and stuff. But I don't want him to have to take care of me because I can't take care of myself. Or if it gets to that point where I can't leave the house or something like that. I don't want it to get that far. Only thing I can say to people that are struggling with this, it's got to be your decision. Don't let anybody push you into it. It can't be anybody's decision but your own. You have to want to do it. Whether you're doing it the traditional route, if you've only got 30 pounds to lose, that's cool too. Or you have 100 or 150 or 200 or whatever. I want you to do it for yourself. Don't do it to please your family. Don't do it to please your significant other. You have to do it for yourself. Because if you do it for somebody else, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, sure, you love that person or you value their opinion, but it's not for them. It's for you. Find a good doctor. Find a great primary care physician who will write you whatever recommendation you need to write. Send a letter to your insurance company saying there really is a medical necessity. Please help this person. Someone that will support you month by month. If you have a doctor that is just really unsupportive and is down on you, find another one. There's plenty of doctors. You don't need that negativity in your life. Even if they are a medical professional, you do not need that negativity. Because this process is supposed to be a positive process. It's a change, a positive change. Find a good surgeon. Find a surgery center that is comprehensive. Find one that they take care of you from A to Z. They take care of you before and after. They walk you through the insurance process. They help you with the emotional stuff. What kind of medicines you can take because your medications are going to have to change. What vitamins should you take? Support groups. Make sure that you do your research about your surgery. Make sure it's the one that's the best for you. I'm sure there's quizzes online that could tell you, oh, this is best for you. Research them. Because what might be right for me may not be right for you, or your long-term goals. You have to know your body. Just research. You don't have to prove it to anybody that this is a good idea. When you make your decision, stick to it. And people will respect you for that. But I just wanted to say, when you reach your final weigh and it's really liberating because you're like, oh my goodness, we're at the end, but really it's the beginning because now you're waiting for the insurance. And then if they approve you, then you're waiting to get on the surgery schedule. Unfortunately, they still consider weight loss surgery a elective surgery. How is it elective? If my kidney was failing, they put me on the kidney transplant list. I don't know. It's just an analogy. I don't know really how that works. But if I was, a heart attack, they'd help treat me. Obesity is recognized as a disease. So why is the surgery considered elective? That's a question. I don't know. Maybe somebody has an answer. You can put it down in the comments below because that has just blown my mind. Also, reconstructive surgery is not paid for. Maybe a tummy tuck, but they're not called tummy tucks. It's something else, because it's more than just the bottom part of your stomach. Sometimes those are approved. Sometimes. And it has to be because you've gotten infections and stuff, like nasty stuff like that. So if you have lost all this weight, you've overcome a disease, which obesity is recognized as a disease. It's not something somebody chooses, because I would never, ever wish this on somebody. Once you've shed your cocoon and you are your new little butterfly, you have to pay for your surgery. I mean, you have to pay for your surgery anyway, but none of the reconstructive surgeries are paid for. Arms, thighs, other various parts are not covered. You're looking at like from $10,000 to $40,000, $50,000 worth of surgeries. I hope that changes. I really do. I hope that insurance companies really see it as reconstructive surgery. It's not cosmetic, but they label it that. Would you want to walk around with excess skin hanging from you after you've lost a whole person worth of weight? It's just a question. I mean, I don't know if anybody works for insurance companies that will watch this or anything, but if you have an answer for that, go ahead, put that down in the comments, because I want to know. I just want to know, maybe there's not enough education as far as obesity goes, or what people who have undergone weight loss surgery goes. I haven't gone through it myself, but I have a bunch of friends that have, and some that have had surgery and some that have not had surgery. But I think it should be paid for. It's a treatment. It's reconstructing. But the world hasn't opened up to all of that yet. But I hope you guys like this. It was a little longer. I rambled. It was a little bit longer than I expected. But just let me know if you want more of these videos. Like me, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.